Hi, this is Oishik, and in this video, I would give a brief overview of the k-means unsupervised clustering method. So basically, clustering is the classification of objects into groups, that is, distributing the dataset into subsets, so that the data in each such subset or group will share some common trait, often according to some defined distance measure. Among the hierarchical and partitional types of clustering, k-means is a type of partitional type along with other examples of fuzzy and QT clustering algorithm. This algorithm is used to cluster an objects based on attributes into k partitions, where k is less than n. Thus they attempt to find centroid or centroids of natural clusters in the data. Here, the assumption is that objects form a vector space. It talks about an algorithm for partitioning in data points into k disjoint subsets as J, containing data points so as to minimize the sum of squares criterion. So, k-means clustering is essentially used to classify or group the objects based on attributes or features into k number of groups. This is done by minimizing the sum of squares of distances between data and the corresponding cluster centroid. So, at first, the number of clusters are identified along with the centroids. The distance of each entity from the centroid is calculated, and groups are formed out of minimum distance. The backward loop and consecutive iterations examine the presence of an object within the group. If it exists, then the loop closes, otherwise the iterations continue. The process mentioned in the earlier slide is elaborated in the following 4 steps. So, you can see that the middle and the right-hand graph points out random seeding iterations taking place to find the desired true clustering, shown in the left-hand graph. The bisecting k-means algorithm is a straightforward extension of the basic k-means algorithm that's based on a simple idea. To obtain k clusters, split the set of all points into 2 clusters, select one of these clusters to split, and so on, until clusters have been produced. This helps in minimizing this and results in an optimal clustering. In general, k-means clustering can be utilized in various document clustering methods, image clustering methods based on pixel values. The latter is used extensively in geographic information system analysis as shown next. In this example, Landsat 8 reflectance images of Hyderabad are extracted for 6 bands: blue, green, red, short and near-infrared bands. This shows the primary false color composite output. Using k-means clustering and training each pixel from the false color output, we can extract and cluster pixel values for each color. Landcover data of urban areas, vegetation, barren land, water bodies and roads are thus obtained using the clustering method from the training cell inputs. Thus, all in all, k-means clustering can be implemented without using framework, just simple programming language specifying one's own proximity measures. It is known to easily adapt to new examples. Guarantees convergence by trying to minimize the total squared sum of errors as an objective function over several iterations. The algorithm is fast and efficient in terms of computational cost. However, disadvantages of this algorithm lay in selection of k manually. This can provide widely different results for different values of k. K-means doesn't perform well with clusters of different size, shapes, and density. To cluster such data, one needs to generalize k-means. Outliers must be removed before clustering, or they may affect the position of the centroid or make a new cluster of their own. As the value of k increases, other algorithms need to be applied to give better values for the initial centroids. Also, it is difficult to identify which points in the overlapping region should be assigned to which class in some cases. Following are the referred articles for this video. Thank you.